frozen.
Hello and welcome to episode 46 of Star Wars Culture Live, your podcast for Star Wars excitement and connection, your escape pod for hyperspace buzz and fandom fixes. As always, I am Ian and this is Marty, and this is where the fun begins. Instead of the negativity you often find on the Star Wars side of the internet and the internet in general, we want to talk about the things we love about Star Wars, the community, the culture, the fans, the media, anything at all. So, as always, if you have any comments, questions, or requests, throw them in the comments and we'll see what we can do for next episode or answer your question right then and there. So, and don't forget to follow us on all the socials. We are at SW Culture Live pretty much everywhere except on Facebook, where you can find us at on the Culture Slate page or episode 9 news, episode IX news. We didn't have an episode last week. To be honest, we couldn't think of anything to talk about. We didn't want to force it. So that will be a thing occasionally. There hasn't been, other than the Lego thing, there hasn't been anything new released recently. And we're kind of in between big seasons of things and the movies and everything. So sometimes that'll happen. And it's also school is back on, and the rehearsal schedule for my kids' theater stuff is just crazy. So that might be a factor too. But with that said, let's get into the show here. So, Marty, what you up to?
Well, I went digging around in my closet, and I came across this old book that my wife made me. Okay, this is from when we went to. Yeah, it's from was it Shutterfly? And it's
nice.
The Power of the Costume. So it's literally all the costumes from the films.
Okay. Wow.
And let's see if I find a good one here.
That's cool.
Video.
Yeah.
There. Yep. This was a long time ago. It was like 2017.
Yeah. Oh my God. I just thought about how many years ago that is. Doesn't feel like that many years ago. Doesn't sound like that many years ago.
It doesn't. But no, I found this in the closet. It was like, this needs to be displayed on my shelf behind me.
Agreed.
But I love looking at it. It's like, it's not often you get to go see, costumes worn by the actual actors.
Yeah. No, that's like hardcore prop nerding out right there. Yeah,
and
that's
awesome. One of the actual Yoda puppets on display behind a case too. So
that nice. Really cool. That would weird me out so much. Like in a cool way. It's like so. Yeah. It's like so strange. He's right there. That's him. What I am up to, I did not plan well for this, but I got as we said, as I've said before, I do these collabs with lightsaber companies, and I just got another one over the weekend. It is you know what? I can pull it up here.
Yeah, I just saw I know what you're talking about, I think, and I just saw it before we hopped on.
Like, oh yeah, no, I just put a video up. Let me find it. It's taking me so. Here, I'll share the. Oh no, I didn't share the screen yet. Hold on. Present. Share screen. What is it? Window? Yes, that one. Share. Okay. So it's what's it called? Lone Warrior, I think, is what they call it.
Yeah.
Lone Warrior. Yeah. So it's this one. That has It's the one from Star Wars Visions. It's coming out, it's modeled after the one that the guy from The Duel, the first episode of season 1 of Star Wars Visions. It's modeled after his, and he got that. So I just got that one. There's a video up. I am enjoying it a lot, and my stepson is really into anime right now, and we were at Risukan over the weekend, and he got a katana where the hilt looks a lot like this. It's definitely got that anime grip there. It's made of threads, and it is made of threads. It's really cool. It's like woven around.
Ooh.
And I wasn't thinking I made that the blue one that's up on the wall. But I should have waited till after the show to do that, because I could have held it up to the camera and stuff. But oh well, just as good. Anyway, that's what I was up to. Made that video, posted that video. They collaborated, so they liked the video. Yeah. So let's move on to our HoloNet news. It's good that you're going to be doing most of the talking on the show, because my throat is killing from rehearsal today. All right, the first behind the scenes. Oh, as always, I'm going to Star Wars Underworld Instagram page. They have the latest news with photos and videos and stuff. The first behind the scenes image from Spaceballs 2 showing a table read, which is clearly meant to riff on the iconic first cast photo from The Force Awakens. So that's been officially revealed. Nice little nod back to Star Wars there. Sam Witwer confirmed in a recent interview that a young Han Solo almost appeared in the Clone Wars series. He said, there was a moment on Clone Wars where George Lucas was thinking about bringing on a young Han Solo. I know that Dave Filoni auditioned a whole bunch of actors, and I was one of the actors they auditioned. So that's pretty fun.
That'd been interesting.
Before he was Maul? That might have been before they brought Maul back. Oh, there's a scammer. So heads up about that. There's a scammer on Instagram making, or possibly TikTok, that's messaging SWU's followers. SWU will not message you things randomly out of nowhere. Just check the followers and check the content before you respond to any messages, and report if you can. That goes for all of the social media. It's tough out there. People try to scam people with your name, and it's a mess. Yeah. A new Topps trading card gives us our best look at Han Solo's look from the end of Solo: A Star Wars Story. I did not know that we were doing Star Wars trading cards. That's pretty cool. Is there like a set?
This might be just like Topps
one-off
card apps.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah, okay.
They've been doing a lot of those. I'm like, that's kind of cheating in a way, because you could get free cards a day if you wanted to. Yeah. But they just sit on a phone, kind of dumb like. I want the physical things.
Yeah, I want
put
to
into a binder and then stare.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking with USA Today, Leonardo DiCaprio revealed the subtle influence Star Wars had on his new film, One Battle After Another. There's a weird Star Wars theme to this movie. I had this vision of these wraparound optical glasses like Boba Fett. These are the ones I had to choose. That's pretty great. Channeling his Boba Fett. Yeah. Will Mara Jade show up in Starfighter? We'll discuss that. That was on the Star Wars Underworld podcast a little bit ago. Speaking with Ringerverse, Timothy Oliphant says he's been petitioning to return as Cobb Vanth. He says, I am guilty of sending Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni a text that said, just a reminder that neither me nor Cobb Vanth are dead. Just, little.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Left them in a tank.
Yeah, I left them in the back of the tank.
Here.
But they, what's it called? He's a little less intimidating without his armor. Like, I don't know if his survivability. I'm just saying. Maybe get something besides your little sweater. Like, just you're not gonna get Beskar again, but put something on. Sheriff. Happy birthday to the Clone Wars 17 years ago. Their birthday was 5 days ago, but 17 before that, the series began with the Ambush and Rising Malevolence episodes on Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network.
Yes. I remember the premiere. I was excited for it. It was a Saturday too, because that's when they did the Saturday morning cartoons for it. I remember waiting for it to come on, and I kind of hogged the television for it.
Damn right you did. You did the right thing. That was the right move. Yeah, it's funny how it used to kind of be more of a kid show, and then people were like, "Oh, they like this stuff. The grown-ups like this stuff. Let's or those kids are older now, so let's make it."
Yeah.
In the same vein, happy birthday Star Wars Rebels. This series premiered 11 years ago on this day on Disney Channel. Spark of Rebellion, where somehow Kanan had kept a secret from everybody about how he was a Jedi. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I always kind of forget that the rest of the crew didn't know.
Yeah, everyone but Hera. Yeah, Hera's the only one that knew.
Yeah, Hera knew. But like, yeah, it's kind of I always forget because they do the reveal like so soon in the series. I'm like, oh yeah, they didn't know he was a Jedi.
Yeah.
2 years ago today, Ezra came home, so that was cool. And that sweet armor. New high-res image of Rory McCann as Baylan Skoll has just surfaced. Love that.
Looks menacing.
Yeah. He has like a longer beard than the first one, I think.
I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, right. Makes him look a little more on the evil side of the spectrum. We are now 600 days away from the premiere of Star Wars Starfighter. Let's do it. Still 2 years, but yeah. I'm down. That number will get smaller. It's actually smaller now. It's like 597. Sabine Wren, actress, Natasha Lou Bordizzo has shared a new behind-the-scenes image from Ahsoka Season 2 in her Instagram story. And as for this journey, it only gets more epic. Love it. I'm ready. Breaking. Ahsoka confirmed for Ahsoka Season 2. It's pretty funny. Shinhati actress Ivana Sakno shared new image to her Instagram story, marking the end of production for Ahsoka Season 2. Whole lifetime lived. Thank you for being a home to us these past 7 months. Very sweet. Speaking with Entertainment Tonight, Mia Goth briefly discussed joining the cast of Star Wars Starfighter. She said, "I'm so excited. I've met everyone, and they're all so lovely." Great. Good. Like positive things coming out. Happy birthday, Sigourney Weaver. Excited to see her in that trailer, Mando Grogu Tourette trailer. I'm excited to see her get annoyed with how Mando doesn't play by the New Republic rules. I'm excited she'll be like, these are 2 wild cards, and I don't want to rely on them, but I have to rely on them. And it's stressing me out. That's what I sense from her casting. That's what I want. All right, and that concludes the news segment. So let's get into the meat of our show here. I'm not gonna lie, this is Marty's topic, Multimedia Marty. He suggested this, and I was like, oh yeah, that's an interesting topic. And then I thought of my expertise and what I could contribute to the topic, and it was like this. So this is going to be mostly a Marty explainer, and I'm going to learn along with you guys, and maybe I'll have some random memories jogged or something. But yeah, we'll find out. So multimedia projects and how they impact the franchise. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the first real big one. I'll just say these are all Legends material, because that's where a lot of the, big multimedia projects kind of were at the time, was all the Legend stuff. There wasn't a whole lot in canon. Sure, you could say Star Wars Rebels kind of multimedia and things like that. But I thought about taking it back to, the Legend stuff because those were huge, especially with the first one that I'm going to discuss, and that is Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows of the Empire. I know that's a novel, right?
It's more than just a novel. I remember when I first remember this, the first thing that always comes to my mind is the video game that you could originally play.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing that popped up on Google too. Here, there it is, Nintendo 64.
That's how I got introduced to it, and then I found the junior graphic novel. I mean, not graphic novel, junior novel for it because I was a little interested. I didn't realize it at first. I thought it was just the video game, turned into a book. But no, this thing is huge. So Star Wars: Shadows of the Empire is a multimedia project launched by Lucasfilm in 1996. All right. So
96.
So 29 years ago.
You didn't have to say that part. Painful.
That spans a novel, comic series, video game, soundtrack, and toys, all telling a unified story between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. The narrative bridges the gap between these films, following the heroes as they try to rescue Han Solo from Boba Fett, who was en route to be delivered to Jabba the Hutt. At the same time, a new villain, Prince Caesar.
I always said Shizor. I don't know why.
I think it's Shizor. I think so too. I think I've heard people say Shizor. So we're gonna go Shizor. The powerful leader of the Black Sun criminal syndicate emerges as a rival to Darth Vader. Shizor seeks to kill Luke Skywalker to earn Emperor Palpatine's favor and supplant Vader.
Ambitious.
The story features the introduction of Dash Rendar, a mercenary and smuggler who assists the rebellion, acting as a Han Solo stand-in. Leia, Lando, Chewbacca, and Luke face several challenges. Luke evades assassination attempts while building his new lightsaber. Leia resists Shizor's manipulations, and the group ultimately unites to destroy Shizor's skyhook in a climactic battle over Coruscant in the end. Shizor is presumed dead. The heroes regroup, and the stage is set for Return of the Jedi. The project was notable for simulating the release of a Star Wars film, everything but the movie itself.
Gotcha. So there was like a story that all came out kind of together at the same time. It was the Shadows of the Empire, like the novel came out, the junior novel came out, the video game came out. Anything else?
So let's see. Yeah, you got the video game, the novel, comic series, which is a six-issue companion to the novel that parallels and expands the story, mostly from Prince Shizor's and Boba Fett's perspective. It showcases the criminal underworld's dealings, Fett's treacherous journey to deliver Han Solo's frozen body to Jabba, and Shizor's manipulation within Imperial politics.
Got it.
I think really the one that really fascinated me more than anything, because it's unexpected, is the soundtrack album for Shadows of the Empire. It's an original soundtrack.
What? Okay.
It's a fully...
Who wrote it? What's it like?
It's written and composed by film and television composer Joel McNeely.
Okay.
I'm not sure what he's done, but that's the man who did it.
Okay.
But it's so this is a full orchestral score composed as if the movie existed, performed by the Royal Scottish National Orchestra. The soundtrack evokes John Williams' style, featuring themes for Shizor, Dash Rendar, and the Battle of Gaul, effectively giving the project's cinematic feel of a lost Star Wars film.
All right. That's pretty awesome.
So if you want to think about it in some way, Joel McNeely was the first composer outside of John Williams to score anything for Star Wars. It seems like.
Yeah. I'm actually going to look up that soundtrack right now. I wonder if it's there's no way it's helpfully on Spotify, right?
I think you'd be surprised. I think I've seen it on Spotify.
Shadows of the Empire. There's an audiobook.
Hmm.
Wait, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. There's the Nintendo 64 soundtrack.
Interesting.
Yeah, there it is. There. Okay, so there's some of the tracks on there. Hold on. Because some of the tracks are also just regular Star Wars tracks.
I think some of it's a mixture. Like they would use some of John Williams stuff, but they would change it a little bit.
Shadows of the Empire, Joel. Oh, album. There it is. Yeah. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire original score. Yep. 96. Shizor's theme. All right. Beggar's Canyon Chase. Night Skies. The Seduction of Princess Leia. I do remember that part in the book.
Like
Into the
it's
Sewers.
so big. Like this was basically a movie without the movie. That they even had a behind the scenes special called "The Secrets of Shadows of the Empire."
I was young enough that I was not connected to all of the media release. I didn't have an N64 yet. I never actually got one of those, but I didn't have an N64. I didn't know about the novel. We didn't really do comics that when I was a kid. So I just didn't know. Eventually the novel showed up in our collection of Star Wars books, but I didn't ever know anything more than that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. They also did toys like everything. So it was like you had your first action figure for Dash Rendar, Prince Shizor, and they even had micro machines. I didn't know about that. They had micro machines.
Oh my god, that takes me back.
Right? I saw this. I was like, whoa, man, this is like full on everything. I feel like though, if you would say the movie part would be the video game, in my opinion. I feel like because that's I really guess you could say you could play that on your television, so that would make it kind of the screen, the screen part of it. But I feel like that's probably more of a side quest out of everything. I think the book really takes the center focus, and then you follow it up with everything else. There is a full timeline somewhere that does it chronologically. I'll have to find it, and maybe one day we'll just go through the whole Shadows of the Empire one day. I don't
know. We could have Shadow Day, Shadow of the Empire Day.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Moving on, we have.
What's another one?
We have the Star Wars Clone Wars multimedia project, and I'm not talking about the ones with Ahsoka and everything like that. I'm talking about the 2002 to 2005 Clone Wars experience. So all that legend stuff material there.
Yeah.
This was Lucasfilm's ambitious effort to expand the story of the Clone Wars before Revenge of the Sith, using novels, comics, video games, and the Clone Wars microseries. It explored the 3-year galactic conflict between the Republic and Separatists, following key Jedi like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Mace Windu, and Yoda as they lead clone troopers into battle across countless war-torn worlds. This version of the Clone Wars emphasized the military scale of the war and the morale toll on the Jedi, gradually showing Anakin's increasing recklessness and darker tendencies as he grows into a war hero.
I do remember one of the novels here, and it was this one, Shatterpoint, Clone Wars novel. They had a few different ones, I guess you're saying?
They do. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish novels, and I say ish because some people include Labyrinth of Evil as part of the whole project.
Yeah,
but really, it's the Cestus Deception, which is an Obi-Wan story. We have Medstar 1 and 2, which is a Barriss Offee story. Jedi Trial, which is Anakin Skywalker. We have Yoda Dark Rendezvous, which of course is Yoda, but it also has Count Dooku. And it's got a short story called The Hive, which kind of ties into the MedStar duology.
Hmm.
And then
Okay.
Star Wars, where they were doing comic books with Dark Horse, they changed the name from being the flagship just Star Wars, and then by issue 42, 43, they switched it over to be called Star Wars Republic, so that way it would tie into everything that's Clone Wars related, and it ran till issue 83. So you had a good 20-some issues to read about the Clone Wars. You had, of course, the Genndy Tartakovsky animated Clone Wars series, which I freaking love. That's
You mean
like,
this one?
yes. You can find
Grievous
on Disney Plus.
Yeah, well, yeah. This was the biggest photo that I could find. The rest of them were tiny, wouldn't look good on the podcast. The thing about this that I remember is that Grievous is terrifying. He is like OP in this one. He's not like,
oh, yeah.
I mean, he's scary in the other ones too, but he's not like, less of this like coughing like old decrepit war machine. He's like moving around just like massacring these clones, and it like with it was just brutal.
Yeah, and my favorite ones where I don't know, this guy who's huge can silently sneak around a down destroyer where Jedi group together, and he takes out a lot of them, including everyone's favorite meme, Shaggy.
Oh, yeah. He should not be sneaking anywhere. That is not in his skill set.
No. And then you got the video games, the Clone Wars video game, Republic Commando, and of course everyone's favorite, Battlefront.
Oh,
2004
okay.
version.
So there was. Is this the? Oh, let me find it. Let me find it better. Is this the Clone Wars video game that you're? Come on.
Yes.
Okay, LucasArts.
That one. Yeah, that one's specifically by LucasArts themselves. You play a mixture of on foot or in like ship battles. For on foot, you play as Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Mace Windu.
Okay.
Power Battles was not part of it. It's Battlefront.
Okay, gotcha. I was just wanted to see the year for Power Battles because I guess it's only episode 1, so it's not the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So the Battlefront 2005, we all know about that.
Yeah, we all know about that. And Republic Commando, which I'm actually going to move on to that.
Yes.
Because Republic Commando actually had kind of their own thing. They have the video game. I consider this multimedia because it does more than just video game. It has a series of novels to read. It. Grab my notes here. Got a lot of notes.
I assume this is the video game.
Yep, and you could actually now play it on current gen consoles because they remastered it a little bit, like texturing it up a little bit. So you could even play it on the Switch if you wanted to as well. They got it there.
Nice.
But Republic Commando Multimedia Project explored the Clone Wars from the unique perspective of elite clone commandos, genetically engineered soldiers bred for war, focusing on themes of identity, brotherhood, and morality. Anchored by the Republic Commando video game and a series of novels by Karen Travis. That's the one thing I kind of liked about this is like Karen wrote all these books herself. She didn't have any help like previous people or other projects. The project follows Delta Squad and Omega Squad. Delta Squad featured in the game, and Omega Squad is the main focus of the novels. As they undertake covert operations for the Republic behind enemy lines, these highly trained clones form deep bonds with each other and with their Jedi commanders, while struggling with the knowledge that their lives were manufactured and disposable.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah, they have. Ouch! Yeah, their novels. They have
See, at least 5 here.
1, 2. I think so. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5. Plus, they have a short story which you could find, which was attached to 000. So 5 novels and a short story. They were going to have one more video game. I take it back. There's 2 video games. One of them's a mobile game that came out in 2005.
What?
Yep. So like little pixelated guys. It's
What do you mean mobile on like a game like DS?
No, I think this was like your actual cell phone from back then. Like
I don't know when the
maybe
iPhone came out. Now that I'm thinking of it.
Remember now. But yeah, so it was made by THQ at the time, and it was called Republic Commandos Order 66.
Huh. Okay.
They consider that non-canon later on, just because it didn't work. So there was that. So she wrote a novel called Order 66, a Republic Commando novel, to make it better.
Oh yeah, okay, that one here. What? Come on, the image is not cooperating. Okay,
but
mobile game.
They were supposed to have another video game that was to be the Imperial Commandos. So like her last novel was Imperial Commandos, Imperial Commando 501st. And so she was supposed to follow up with that, but they were all supposed to follow up with a video game as well that set during the reign of the Empire, but both that novel and the video game got canceled. I think because it was right there at the deal where Lucasfilm and Disney made.
I see.
During that whole let's scrap everything that Disney didn't make timeline.
Okay, it was a Java-based game. The Order 66 one? Java-based game. That's crazy. Okay. Players lead Delta Squad to eliminate Jedi Masters. Legacy title, so it can't be found. Yeah, you might need to find emulators. Got it. Okay, now I see. What's up. For a second I was like oh, what? Republic? Why are they killing Jedi Master? The title is Order 66. So yeah, all right. I'm awake. Promise. All right, what's after Republic Commando?
All right. I was gonna do Star Wars Galaxies, and hear me out. It's because not only was it the biggest MMORPG of, I would say, all time, for quite a while, but they did release a novel, and I thought, it's got to be that game's gonna be that good. You got to release a novel, and I feel like they did have more, but it only kept showing them one. I was like, that's not right. So I guess really they had a lot of short stories that they kind of combined to fit inside the Star Wars Galaxies mythos.
Yeah, the only thing I can find, the only book I can find on a quick Google search is this one, The Ruins
of Dantooine. Yeah.
Those are some graphics right there.
Oh yeah, top of the line.
Oh yeah. Love it. That is a warped walker.
Yeah, but I was going to talk about that, but the more I got to thinking about it, I was like, that really doesn't supplement a whole lot of multimedia, but I just wanted to kind of shout out to it, kind of in a way, because it was huge, and it did kind of push things to what will come next, which is Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yes. Is that the grand finale?
It'll be the grand finale, and then we can talk about how each of them kind of impacted the franchise as a whole, because they kind of had like their own moments in history. I feel like at least for me, if someone had said some of these, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember doing this or reading that, so on and so forth.
Okay.
But I included the Old Republic because not only is it another big multi MMORPG that still running today, and they won't stop for quite a while, I believe,
Good.
even though it's Legends.
Eh.
But it's the Multimedia project, this vast transmedia narrative set roughly 3,000 years before the Skywalker saga, chronicling a galactic struggle between the resurgent Sith Empire and the Galactic Republic. Centered around the MMORPG released in 2011 by BioWare and LucasArts, the project expands across novels, comics, cinematic trailers, and online lore entries that together depict a galaxy locked in a fragile peace after centuries of war. Players experience this era through multiple storylines: Jedi Knights, Sith Lords, smugglers, troopers, bounty hunters, and Imperial agents. I guess really not Imperial, more like Sith agents? I don't know why it said that. Each exploring personal choices, morale, more conflict, and the balance between light and dark. So, I remember this, and it's funny that it wanted to include the cinematic trailers, but then I got to thinking, they do tell their own stories. It doesn't give you anything about what the game is because everything kind of goes around those cinematic trailers in a way.
Yeah.
But they tell a story within itself.
Those cinematic trailers, I watched those over and over and over again. And I'm kind of glad I didn't play the game because watching those trailers so much and then playing the game, I would expect it to look like that. And that's not how the game works at all.
Right. And they even released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those cinematic trailers. The last one was actually 2021. So not that long ago.
Yeah, what? Hold on.
Yeah.
So, what am I doing here?
The one that actually involved the storyline would be 2018, 19, I think is what it said.
Oh, well, I mean, these like this one, it was, I mean, it's really, we're re-releasing all of our classic cinematic trailers in enhanced in 4K.
Okay, so that's what that is then. So I guess technically the last one was 2019, and that would have been that one I think you were just on.
Oh, really? The Sacrifice or whatever it's called?
Yeah, nope, take that back. There's one called Disorder. So Disorder is the last one.
Oh, cinematic trailer. Okay. Is this new then? Is this one I have not seen?
It came out 3 years.
Oh, I have. Oh, boy. Yep.
Well, like these are just amazing. You said.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved. There were 3 that I would just watch over and over and over again, and it was the one in the woods with the Jedi with the 2 the double lightsaber. She was fighting all the Sith in the woods alongside the armies. I wanted to say clones. They're not clones. I don't think. And then there's the one where they attack the Jedi Temple and they have that crazy lightsaber fight. And then there's also the one where they are attacking the prison or the big and the Han Solo cowboy guy with his pistols.
Yeah. You actually I remember one of our top 3s was lightsaber duels or battles, and you chose that one with the Sith entering the Jedi Temple as one of them.
No, that was actually the one I picked was from the one with the cowboy guy when the Jedi Master and Padawan were fighting the 2 Sith.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
okay.
I will tell you, I only chose that because there's a point in the fight where he throws his lightsaber to bounce off the other Sith. Not even the Sith he's fighting. He sees that she's about to get killed, and he throws his lightsaber, and it blocks and bounces off the Sith lightsaber and comes back to him, and like saves her life for a second, like mid his own fight, in the middle of his own fight. He's just like, and like saves it. I'm gonna go watch it again right after this. So good.
Right. I was like, now I got to go watch all these again.
Yep, same.
But they released more than three novels. Where is it? You have my notes are all kind of gobbledygook at this point. They all kind of mixed around somehow.
Yep. This is the way.
This is the way.
I see.
So they have 1, 2, 3, 4 novels. One of them I bought but never got to read, and that was Revan. I bought it. It's sitting in my, I'm saying my closet somewhere. I gotta go look for it because I kept reading more things about that one, and I thought sounded kind of interesting. And especially, I feel like because it also ties into one of the DLCs that the Old Republic released, where you get to meet a hologrammed version of Revan outside of his mask, as he tells you the story of what happened between him being a Sith all the way up to the point he died, or close to death. And that was like years and years and years separated between Knights of the Old Republic and the Old Republic. I forgot how many years. I want to say at least 100 and something years, maybe more.
It's interesting that he has a green lightsaber on the cover because I feel like he's known for purple and red, right?
He is. I think him after he was canonically he was returned back to the light, and I think the green lightsaber became his lightsaber.
Gotcha.
But they also released 2 storylines of comics. One's called Threat of Peace, and the other one's The Lost Sons. And The Lost Sons follows Theron Shan, son of Jedi Satel Shan, which is a ancestor. I guess maybe it's the daughter of Bastila. So Shan. Bastila. Let's go there.
Okay.
There's that
novels, not the comics. Hold on.
The middle one, the middle bottom one looked like it was.
The middle one, yeah. Okay.
And I think the other one's right there. Yeah, that's a reprint. No? Yeah, I think it's a reprint from something from 2010. I don't know. Because Marvel didn't have the exclusive rights until they went back to Disney. So it must be a reprint, that one. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it may not seem like much, but I thought these right here, these kind of projects were kind of like the big highlights of what Star Wars as entertainment used to be, besides the then 6 movies we had. You know, like we got all these cool video games, and these video games spawned off books. These books spawned off comics, or vice versa. These books spawned a video game. I thought you don't really get a whole lot of that with any other franchise really these days.
Yeah,
and
you get like, I mean, they're all kind of based in comics, like you with the MCU and everything. Like you now get like video games, comics, and the movies, obviously, but they're all kind of based in the comics originally, but not in the same way that it happened back then for this franchise.
But yeah, Shadows of the Empire, I think from what I read, was like the first big one that Star Wars has done. And you got to think, like, it took them that long to figure out they could do multiple things and still tell one big story. You just got to tell it in parts. So in a way, it's kind of like George, like, I feel like George is kind of smiling at that, thinking like, you know what, we're going to take all these people's money. They're going to want one part of the story one way. And then when they read that, they're going to figure out there's something else. They want to go get that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I read
he's a
the little novelizations of all the movies, like maybe not the latest one, not the past up till the prequels, up including the prequels. But they had the little novelizations for them, and that's how I learned like a lot of the background info that I know because of the novel versions of the movies.
Right. But in terms of how they impacted the franchise, let's rewind it back to Shadows of the Empire, because I feel like that one has established a lot of lore that people have been using since then, using Prince Shizor, leading
Black
all the way up to
Sun.
the Black Sun, and it leading all the way up to the Yuuzhan Vong War.
Oh yeah,
That's weird that your green one went out.
yeah. It was the red one.
That's the one.
The green one I don't turn on because it
That's
makes
right.
the color of my face weird. But the red one, it wouldn't charge past 80% today, so I'm not sure what that's about.
But Shadows of the Empire really feel like brought a lot of lore that people tended to start using afterwards. Like even after Return of the Jedi, you have a lot of books about these characters afterwards that aren't part of the project. Kind of like you do. I'll do for canonical purposes now for current canon. Let's just say Rebels. Okay, they got the TV show. They had books. They had comics. They even had mobile games and things like that. You can play online. Yep. I have one. Ezra's Gambit. Ezra's Gamble. Yeah. Anyway, so that was all considered one project because it also had toys. I bought the toys. I'm not gonna lie. But after that project kind of ended, you still have people that wanted to tell stories. Mostly Dave, and that's how we got Ahsoka. That's how we got, really, I guess you can say, a comeback for Clone Wars.
Yep.
Republic. Let's see. The Clone Wars. Obviously, that was a huge deal. Everyone still to this day compares the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars to Filoni Clone Wars, and yeah, I mean that time span, literally chronologically, 2002 to 2005. It's funny because when I was researching for the old Clone Wars, they did it in a way that was supposed to be in order of how you should read these things or watch these things, and they released it chronologically in real time of how they wanted to do it, because it's 3-year gap, just like the war.
Right.
So they're like, okay, so year 1, here's all we're gonna get. Year 2, this is what's gonna happen. The Clone Wars micro series originally were just what they considered commercials because they were only like 2-3 minutes long. But after they won an Emmy, I think after season 2, they're like, let's make it longer. Let's make it 15 minutes. You could tell more stories with this, which I freaking love because I remember coming home, right? They're like, people want this. We got to make more of this. But I remember coming home from school, just popping down, waiting for Toonami to come on, and there it was. That was back when Toonami was actually, somewhat kid-friendly at the time.
Yep.
Even though they showed Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I think as all the kids grew up, I think they chose to go with the kids who were growing up rather than the new kids who they would probably get less of them anyway. But
yeah, but the Clone Wars, that multimedia project, that resonates with me because I feel like that's really, I guess, I was a Star Wars fan a long time. Like even when Shadow of the Empire, I was little then, but 2002 Clone Wars is, Attack of the Clones is my favorite movie. So finding everything around that just, made everything better.
Mm-hmm.
I try to
forgot that's your favorite movie.
and so I tried as much as I could as a kid to try to read as much of these books that I could find, or these comics. I didn't really get to play the whole video games a lot because I didn't have an Xbox, and Clone Wars was an Xbox game.
Yep. They had it on Clone Wars. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking Battlefront because they had Battlefront on PlayStation, but
yeah, they got. But then I thought it was neat that the Clone Wars was so big that they gave Republic Commando its kind of spin-off multimedia project. Like, let's do the video game. Let's do novels about that. You know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think
I remember
since 1977, people were like, it's like there's a meme where there's like, you fought in the Clone Wars, and everyone's like, the what? And then, like, obviously, if you make a statement like that about something called Clone Wars, like, you better dig into it and like tell the stories of what happened. So
yeah,
I'm glad that they did that, and then also, like
did.
a commando unit. That's epic.
I mean, I played it a little bit at a buddy's house when it first, kind of came out because he had an Xbox. That was also an Xbox exclusive. I hate that Xbox, had all these exclusive stuff, but it had a better, setup, it was more powerful than a PlayStation 2 at the time. But what I did play of it, I was like, dude, I see why everyone loves this game. And then come to find out there's books about it. I read the first one and I really liked it. I had it for a long time until a move when I was young. I had to get rid of it. So now I'm like, I wish I had read the rest of these things, but some of the stuff sticks with me. Like, I remember certain elements about each of these media projects. I'm sure you do too. Like, you read some of these books, you watched some of these stuff.
Shatterpoint is amazing. Got great. It shows great. Like, it shows a lot more of who Mace Windu is, because he gets startlingly little screen time if you think about it. Like, not in the Clone Wars series, but like in the actual episodes 1, 2, and 3, he's like, you think he gets a lot of screen time because he's such a big presence, but he don't really go into much depth. And this novel does. It like goes really into like who he is, exactly how the pod works, how like the fallout of his decision making as the leader on Geonosis, and him getting into his own head about that. Like, he thinks the Clone Wars are all his fault. Like, if he instead of putting his lights, like when he sneaks into that arena and he puts his lightsaber across Jango Fett's neck, he's like, he regrets doing that and not doing Dooku's neck, because if he did Dooku's neck, like, and took out Dooku, the war would be over. Like, yeah, killing right away, but he looks at it now of being like, yeah, I can see how I didn't want to just go and kill a guy, but like, I could have saved so many lives if I had just done that, because without Dooku, they would have just scattered. There was no one else making the plans. Like, Sidious wasn't out there yet. He didn't have another, like, Grievous wasn't there. Like, he wasn't ready to take over the whole. And he regrets that, and he's on a planet called Harun Kal, which is his homeworld, but it's also like a really strong in the Force and like a dark. I'm going on a tangent. Anyway, the novel's great. It's my lightsabers are telling me it's time to get to trivia.
Yeah, I just want to finish up real quick. Like, the Old Republic, I feel like a lot of people still play the game, but I don't think people realize that there are novels to this. I mean, maybe there are people that do, but I feel like they kind of dropped the ball on trying to get things kind of a multimedia big, kind of like previous projects here. But I feel like they also kind of got looked over after the Disney Lucasfilm merge. because that was right there, 2011. Next year, no, next couple years, it happened, and Old Republic became Legends. People wanted to see what's new, not what's old.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think people need to give that stuff a chance.
Yeah. I think that is trendy now. It's trending better back in that direction. I don't like how the High Republic era ended, but they, for now, but they did, like, the people who want Star Wars were excited to see the Acolyte and things in that time frame. And the High Republic comic series was very popular. And things in that era are very popular, and the stories and characters are great. So I am hopeful that it's not trending away from that anytime soon.
Yeah, I was gonna do the High Republic as well, but I was like, is it? I mean, it is a multimedia, but I feel like it just ended, so I feel like we need to kind of let it simmer a little bit. And
it's also less of an event. It's more of a like a thing over a number of years, right? It's less of like a oh, we're releasing these things at the same time, like purposefully. It's more of like a whole chapter, a whole aspect over a number of years. All right. Yeah, multimedia Marty. Oh no!
I feel like I went on so many tangents here.
Okay, there he is. It's okay. I did too. I just started obsessing about a book that I read. One of the few.
I also felt like I was very incoherent. So if anyone's kind of confused, I do apologize. You can comment, and I'll try to comment back on my personal YouTube.
Well, I will say that I wasn't confused, and I am very tired. So I feel like that means it was pretty clear. Yeah, speaking of clear, you're gonna I don't know why I said that. This will probably be clear. Read it on the screen. Our last segment is the Star Wars Trivia Challenge. So every week Marty puts a trivia question up that has to do with something we talked about during the episode. I bet he thought of this one as he was putting together his prep for this episode.
Right? Kinda. It was like that moment I messaged you on Discord. I was like, "Hey, I got one." Yeah. I had just finished putting it together.
Yes. All right. Good. All right. I have not seen this, so I will be playing along with you. And oh god.
Yep. So. Yeah, I see. So everyone, for the reason why he's saying, "Oh God," especially if you're just listening, the question is: in the shadows of the Empire video game, Dash Rendar discovers and engages combat with IG-88 on which planet? Was it A. Hoth, B. Tatooine, C. Ord Mantell, or D. Zar?
All right. So I will start off by saying I have no idea. And then after that, I will guess. I don't think Hoth or Tatooine, just because there's plenty that go on those planets in main media. So I feel like in a video game like this, they would use something less known. I do hear about Ord Mantell a lot, like people like things happen there. I feel like I've heard of like bounty hunter type things happening there. Like, oh, we met up with blah, 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 on Ord Mantell or something. So that is, and I've never heard of Zar. So I am going to go with Ord Mantell. Complete guess, zero confidence. Final answer.
Come on, it froze.
No. The countdown.
No.
Countdown froze. No.
It didn't switch.
Oh, there it is. Here we go. I am the best ever.
And that was a guess.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I remember being a kid, and this was one of the two hardest levels in that game. Because you're riding on a train, basically. You got to hop carts while dodging a lot of stuff and shooting things. It may not sound hard, but when you play it, you're like, holy cow.
Oh, when those back in that era of games, those were like the trickiest freaking, like that's why Mario is Mario. Like, you know,
right.
That's Mario type stuff.
And the second hardest mission is where the swoop bikes through Beggar's Canyon on Tatooine.
Yeah, that.
So
I mean, yeah.
So anyone who's played the video game, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let us know if you got that right in the comments. If you're like me and you are a genius of reason. But also, I'm so tired. But also, that is our show. We hope you enjoy our positive podcast. We know Star Wars fandom and comment sections can sometimes get dark and toxic, but it does not have to be that way. Remember, there are more of us. If you have anything for us, questions, requests, suggestions for segments, anything at all, throw them in the comments and we will see what we can do. Don't forget to follow us at SW Culture Live everywhere, and also our personal pages. A lot of times they're tagged in the posts, but you see Nerdiest Stepdad right there, and how do you do Marty at Marty21794 over there, and we're around on the internet. And but we hope you enjoyed the show. Let us know if there's anything else that we could do for you. You know, Star Wars podcast related, nothing crazy. I'm rambling now. Anyway, we will see you next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. to celebrate the best of Star Wars culture. Good night, and may the Force be with you.